Well, if it isn't the question that annoys me to the max. All right, let's do it. This is a question I get asked quite often, particularly as I approach the tail end of my school career. And what I've observed is that people generally don't study what exactly excites them. I've asked people over the years, like, when you think about the career that your field of study is leading to, is that something that seems palatable, like a day-to-day kind of life? And it's kind of frightening how many people say no, myself included. It's just frightening that at this stage of life, 20 years old, 21 years old, oftentimes, people are already settled with the fate that is coming before them, you know? There just seems to be no way out, which doesn't seem to me very consistent with life, or at least with the examples that I've seen in life. Oftentimes people have such ambiguous career paths that it's just miraculous how they end up where they are compared to where they thought they would be and where they began. I don't think many people plan out their career path and follow that plan religiously. It's really circumstance and just some luck, you know, but nobody ever says that. That doesn't sound very measured. And to advise like a young kid that none of that is involved, that it's all just down to you and how you think, I just think that's very destructive, and I think it's not very productive for me or anyone else. Nevertheless, we are fast approaching the point of no return. School is going to be over at some stage, and I'm going to have to join the other folks in the real world. I just know I don't want to flop, you know? That's my starting place, and I really don't know how else to express that. I just know I don't want to flop, and I'm really just trying to do my best to make sure I don't end up hating my life to begin with, and that I don't end up obviously a flop. In doing that though, I'm very careful as to who I get advice from. People tend to take a very risk-averse approach to life in general, and I guess it's a very honorable approach, you know. There's nothing I would fault it for, I suppose, besides the fact that you don't necessarily, at least from my perspective, achieve the most that you can get out of life from taking a risk-averse approach. I feel like at some point, if you really want to play at a bigger table, you have to put your neck out on the line. And maybe that's not true. Maybe I've just romanticized the whole ideals, but I just feel like an overly risk-averse approach is not particularly useful in the long term, and an overly pro-risk approach is also quite naive. So finding the balance between how much risk I'm willing to take versus how much life is going to humble me is kind of the challenge of the next few months or next few years maybe. There's no way of dodging the anxiety involved in that, because I could be very wrong about a lot of these things, and I'm the only one that kind of has to deal with that, you know, and answer for that, especially if I take responsibility for the things I believe in and the things I say that I can accomplish and things like that. So if the time comes where it's time to eat the fruits of my labor and there are no fruits, I have to account for that, you know. So yeah. Bottom line, folks, I really am of the idea that there's no way to chart out life, you know. You can't be accurate to the hour as to what you're going to be doing 5 years from now, 10 years from now. There's so much luck involved, even in the stories of people who appear to have everything like sorted out from an early age. Maybe they're in the general ballpark of where they expected to be, and that's fair enough. Maybe that's all you need to have, an outline of some sorts as to where you're trying to go. But nobody charted it like to the dot, and if they did, I need to meet them because I need some career guidance. In general, I feel like people just get super lucky, and you just kind of keep working at the path that's opening doors for you. So that's what I plan on doing. Where I plan on going, I guess time will tell. This is not a very conclusive video. It's not a very reassuring video either, but it's true. It's kind of what I'm going through. There are no answers that I have that I can share. If I did, I would share them. Maybe you have answers. Maybe you can enlighten us all, and feel free to share them. That being said, thank you for watching. If you enjoy this style of video, and if you enjoy these drops, or me, I guess, in general, that's a very strange thing to say, be sure to subscribe, like, comment, and all that good stuff for more, I guess. See you next time. Peace, everybody.